Hello, we are here on Burn ICO Coin channel where we're going to discuss new coins that will be launched in the next few days or weeks. Before diving in, I'm not a financial advisor. The intention with my YouTube is to provide education on the crypto opportunity so you can begin your own research from a more informed position and thus save you time, worry, and money. So let's dive in. Today we'll talk about NuNET and the IDO on its new token NTX. But before going into the project analysis, we need to do an artificial intelligence technical digression. An artificial intelligence system, if it's distributed or not, still needs certain bricks. The first are the learning algorithms that will allow to extract new concepts and then based on those concepts to analyze data and provide answers. For all that computation you need hardware, CPUs, GPUs. You will need also a large amount of storage because learning will require a large amount of data, and then at the end of the learning you need to store your concepts in a certain way. The initial set of data most of the time extracted or captured without knowing what will be the targeted learning algorithm. So the data is what we call a raw data. That data needs to be restructured in order to be put in a format or turn it into a healthy data for the learning algorithm. After these steps, the system is ready to receive new data, new requests, and based on what they learned to come back with an answer. So these are the basic bricks for artificial intelligence. Now, if it's distributed and you want to turn this system into a business, you need business services that will allow to interact with external computing frameworks or other AI networks, and then you need also a way to monetize all this flow. Another important brick for an open source project especially is how we are going to develop this platform and how we are going to allow external contributors to participate in the implementation of the platform. So all those tools are part of the platform developers. All these need to speak the same language. What does it mean? You need to provide a set of APIs and connection points. API is a structured way to request, send, and receive data. And connection points are the ways for distributed contributors to know about that API and to participate into this network. So this is in a nutshell what an artificial intelligence system distributed is looking to provide. And NuNET is looking to provide this set of APIs and connection points. We'll analyze next what the project is looking to do and what will be the success for them. NuNET IDO, some key dates and numbers. First, the token is called NTX, and they're going to be a maximum supply of 1 billion. NuNET is already in the process to open for community contributions. It's already started, and the process should end on the 21st of November. After that, is going to be an IDO for 20 million tokens at a price of $0.03. The IDO will be on Singularity Launchpad. We don't have more information than this. I will update you either in the comments of this video or in my Twitter account. Let's talk about tokens visibility. How many tokens, for what, and to whom. NTX is going to be the utility token for the SingularityNET ecosystem. That is a already launched AI distributed blockchain platform We'll talk more in detail about SingularityNET in the project analysis, but for the moment, think of SingularityNET as a platform that is providing all those basic services in terms of algorithm, data flow, and network and business operators. And NuNET is going to be the token that will regulate the interaction between the data providers, the compute providers, the AI learning and services algorithms providers, and all those network operation agents. The tokens distribution will be between private owners, public owners, mining awards, and reserves. And we have here the exact distribution in percentage. We have all the information we need in terms of token visibility, in terms of numbers, when those tokens will be available, and to whom. That's very good. On the other side, by looking at the NTX distribution, we see that the public is going to own only 24.50% of the tokens, and that we'll have a privately owned number of tokens up to 51.65%. That's negative because the token cost regulation is going to be impacted by that amount of token reserves. For that, I'm giving a score of 12 out of 20 for the token visibility. Let's talk about project strategy and implementation, and let's look at the white paper first. The white paper is getting into more details about what we've discussed initially on how to set in place that distributed AI and what layer of interoperability you need to set in place with the different APIs and connectors. The architecture that we talked in initially, so bunch of APIs, connectors. What is interesting to point out is that all the different AI services, algorithms, data analysis are already part of the SingularityNET. So SingularityNET, if we are looking, they already have in place services for analyzing video, audio, pictures, text. This will allow NuNET to have a demo infrastructure where they can test their proposals. And this is what we are seeing also in their roadmap. The roadmap started in 2020. They worked with some proof of concepts, a minimum viable product, and right now they are confident that they have a private alpha in order to launch the first NTX launch token. The next thing on which they are going to focus is the public alpha, where they're going to provide actually most of the features we talked before. So being able to integrate with the external platform, Ethernet and Cardano, being able to add actually hardware devices that are already in the system, or external hardware providers that can be either computation or storage. They need to work on the security part in order to be able to launch a beta version sometime in January 23. It is very clear that the NuNET roadmap, a NuNET development team, have a very good understanding of what they need to do. So we have a very good set of objectives and a good description in terms of technical developments, a structured roadmap where we already see the fact that NuNET is integrated on top of Singularity, and there are even some demos available. The roadmap, as I said, is clear. What is at risk now is the fact that we are at the beginning of a 2 years development, and that's a risk we need to consider when we are looking into this IDO. Then it's the partnership. If you want to propose a solution that is distributed, that is open to integrate external partners that are either part of the blockchain or outside of the blockchains, can be cloud providers. That is a business plan that we didn't saw in the roadmap. For that, I'm giving a note of 13 out of 20. For team and investors, it will be fast. The founders, the notable advisors are the same as for Singularity. The team is, by looking on the GitHub, we see 15 developers, some active, some less active. But we see also a lot of developments ongoing. The fake news detection is the demo I've talked about before between NuNET and Singularity integration. So we have a good team with proof that they have the experience and that they can deliver this type of project. There is already a large community for SingularityNET and the Singularity Launchpad, and NuNET will benefit from this. The investors, we're seeing that is privately owned, and as a risk, we can consider the fact that everything is funded by selling the tokens. With that, I'm giving a note of 16 out of 20 for team and investors. Let's look on context and competition. Looking at the market capitalization for the AI and big data, we see that we are now at around 8.3 billion. And what is interesting is that the first token, the graph, is at 5 billion. 60%, more than 60% of the total market capitalization. And then the rest are dropping fast. Singularity is at almost 300 million right now. And the price is at 0.29. In terms of direct competition, there are other AI proposals or interoperability proposals in the blockchain. Fetch AI is almost exactly the same objective as SingularityNET, and there are several other proposals like Ocean Protocol, the Graph even, that are aiming the interoperability between the services. The critical part is that blockchain technology is not the only one that is looking to target the AI market. Competition in terms of IoT integration and edge computing, so bringing the data or actually bringing the computation close to the data, it's part of all the major technology groups. HP, NVIDIA, IBM, Google, they are all looking to provide solutions, and they already have solutions on AI market. So for the fact that we are attacking with these proposals not only similar offers in the blockchain environment, but also existing services in the IoT market, I'm giving to this project a value of 12 out of 20 for context and competition. Looking at the token cost and estimation for NTX, we have to take in consideration also the dependency on the SingularityNET token. Providing the if scenarios, if we have a 10x for NTX, we have to consider also a similar increase or close to that increase for AGX. This is what we've seen also for all the other platforms where you have a token for the platform and the token for the fuel. So a 10x for NTX bringing us to 30 cents per token, 300 million capitalization, and SingularityNET at 3 billion. Keep in mind that the current top AI token is at 5 billion market capitalization. A 20x for both is bringing NuNET at 600 millions and SingularityNET at 6 billion market capitalization. 100x is 3 billion for NuNET and 30 billions for Singularity. Of course, the blockchain market is going to increase in the next years, but thinking at 2 years target, having 100x might be very optimistic. With a very good project progress and keeping the roadmap with the successful business proposals on the market for the Singularity, we might think at a 20 or let's say very optimistic 50x in 2 years. So for that, I'm giving only a 10 out of 20 for the token cost. In summary, with the different scores, we're getting to an overall 12.6 score for this NuNET proposal. For sure, the score is influenced by the risk aspect in terms of development, a project on 2 years development, and also the fact that the solution and the services that NuNET and Singularity are going to propose are in direct competitions with already solution on the blockchain, but for sure solution outside of the blockchain. What is clear is that NuNET proposal, it's well structured, it's very good. If you are not investing into the IDO, follow the project, follow the roadmap, and follow the crypto market evaluation for NuNET to see if they are progressing according to their plan. So we stop here for this IDO. Please subscribe to this channel. Also add into comments what other ICO or IDOs you would like to have a review for, and I will try to select one of those proposals. Thank you and see you next time.